a DayZ guide on how cars work. Today I'm with my friend here, Shadow,
Hey,
and we're gonna be on a car guide, and we're gonna have a special treat that's in there. Um, First up, you've got your basic Gunther. So now how these work is the front wheels can be ruined, but it'll use a little bit of gas. Back wheels will probably use a lot more gas. Any ruined wheels usually use a lot of gas. You can do all four attachments. This is what it usually looks like. You'll most likely find it in red. There's also blue and black, but I do not have those because I actually want to showcase one of each car. Now, you can fit 300 slots in here, 4 wheels of course, all 4 doors, and these light bulbs. And then when you get in it, now you'll notice there is a speedometer. So you've got your speedometer on the right, showing how fast you're going in terms of like before you start hitting that red line. Once you hit that red line, it'll start making a screeching noise and it'll slowly hurt the engine. Then you've got the kilometers per hour that can change depending on how fast you're going and depending on the gear. One other trick to note is the fact that if you hold neutral, it'll rev up the engine, and then once you go into first gear, you'll get like a little speed boost. Now you see I just went up to like 6. Now if I were to do that without holding neutral, it'll take a little bit longer. See, it's slow, it's nice and slow. Gunthers do have a little bit of trouble going up hills, and with the new 1.11 update, you need to have it actually uses the battery. So before, the car battery was not used, like it didn't use the battery, so now it never used the battery juice in it, so you just kind of had infinite juice for these cars. Now you don't, and you will run out every time you start it up. It wastes some. Now how you charge it is you'll take a battery, and you will need a generator and a battery charger. You can find them in industrial areas and sheds and such. I find them pretty much in any industrial area. It's kind of random. You'll see here you've got the generator and the battery charger. You'll just attach that there, and then you'll turn on the generator. Then it'll slowly charge this. I guess we'll just kind of leave that on. I'm not sure how much power is in the generator. Okay, there's about half. They sometimes do spawn with gas, and they do not spawn with spark plug. And same with battery chargers, they do not spawn with batteries on them, or the car batteries themselves don't spawn with wire. The wire is for putting them into PA system. Now, that'll charge the battery. I guess we'll just leave that there while it charges the battery. This is my nice little base. That is the secret treat. Alright, Shadow, if you'll follow me. One quick thing to note is you can kidnap people with freaking cars. I mean, as long as they play along with it for the most part. So if I get a roll of duct tape, I'm pretty sure you have the roll of duct tape, don't you?
let me check. I've got rope.
Okay,
I
just give me
think.
the rope.
Yeah, I've got rope.
So what you can actually do is if you tie somebody up, as shown, I mean, yeah, they can wiggle out and stuff, but you'd probably shoot them by then. Um, you know, if you want to put them in a hostage situation, you have a car, you know, you just pull out your gun, get in the car, there's even an achievement on PS4, say you have the right. So, if I just open this Gunther door, force him in there, which you can't really force him in, he has to get out on his own will, pretty much, but, so he can get out with the doors open, but if the door's closed,
Oh,
oh,
it's a glitch. Yeah,
that
I
was a
can't
glitch.
even open the door from the outside either.
Yeah, he can't, because if you're bound. Now he
And you
cannot
can't
escape.
switch seats either.
No. Now you'll do it to me. You can wiggle free. And if you're in the driver's seat, you can wiggle the wheel around, but you cannot actually drive.
Yeah, it's weird.
And while he's wiggling free, another thing to note is you need the car battery and spark plug in any car. You need it. The car radiator is optional, basically. It's pretty much optional, but I mean, you'll ruin the engine if you don't, because it'll start smoking, and that's a sign you don't have any water. So when you get a water radiator, or a car radiator, you have to put water in it when it's in the car. If you take it out, it gets rid of all the water. You cannot fill them up beforehand to put them in the car, so you just basically have to carry water in an extra radiator at all times. When you crash, these almost always either get damaged or ruined. They mostly get ruined. Um, and sometimes if you have a ruined hood, it'll ruin the engine or hurt the engine really bad and stuff too. That's also what the bumper's for. This one's ruined. Everybody's usually is ruined. You also
Yeah.
have light bulbs that turn on. And another cool feature is if you're in the car and you turn on the lights, cool little light display. It's awesome. And of course, you don't have to have light bulbs in there either. Those are optional. They can spawn with the car. Gas does spawn in the car, but not much. And if the car does spawn with the radiator, that does never spawn full. Yeah, if you'll tie me up so we can show off the fact that you cannot escape.
Should you show them, like, that it says a little button to get out when you're not tied, and then it doesn't when you are?
Oh yeah,
Should we
might
do
as well
that?
do that.
So just get in the car, and then it'll, like, you can
Yeah,
open the door, you can close the door.
yeah, I can
There's
do
a
all
little button
that.
on the bottom left corner.
Can you tie me in the car? We haven't tested that.
Yes, I can.
Alright, do that then.
Oh wait, maybe I can't. Yeah, I can. It glitches out.
Oh, okay. Well, might as well just do it here then. I think you can. It's just you might need to angle it perfectly.
Yeah, like the circle will come up, but it stops halfway.
Uh, so you'll see that I am tied up. I'm moving slow. I can't open my inventory. I can struggle, which I'm not going to do. You know, he's probably pointing a gun at me. Now, if he closes this door, I can get out now, but you can't get out. So you're basically trapped unless they let you out or you die or something. You can also leave, but it will kill you. Help. Let me out. Um, so yeah, there's also that. Now there's 4 types of cars while I'm wiggling free. There's the Ada, which is kind of like an off-road tank. That is one of the best cars in the game. You've also got the Olga, which has 400 slots. It has a slow start. It doesn't do well off-road like all the cars. The Ada is the only off-road car, but the catch is it has 300 slots. It also has on the hood or whatever. All cars are the same in terms of they need a radiator, a spark plug, and a car battery. They all need that, and of course the engine has to be in working condition. Now, you don't need the doors. You do need the wheels, and if they are ruined, it will make the car slower. For instance, the Olga for sure makes the car slower if even one of the wheels are damaged. And if you have, I remember have like 2 wheels damaged or ruined, and the car max speed was like 18 miles an hour, and it was burning through gas, and it sucked. So until I fixed those wheels, the quirk about the Ada is you have to adjust the seats to get 4 people in the car. And it doesn't have 400 slots, it has 300, just like every other car except for the Olga. Now, it is okay. I mean, it's not good if you, it's mainly a 2-person car, but you know, you can change seats and whatnot in here. The only way to get out is if the player driving and whatnot gets out, and then you can adjust the seat, or they can adjust the seat for you to get you out. So, if somebody's in the seat while you're in the back, you're basically stuck there until they get out. So that kind of sucks a little bit. Now you can have the quirk about the Ada is you can have an Ada wheel in the front. It's kind of useless-ish. I mean, it's useful, of course, but I mean, it would have been cooler if you had it on the back as well. So then you'd actually, because you need 2 wheels. Usually if you crash, you most likely need 2 wheels. Tire repair kits can repair the tires, same with Epox Buddy, but it's not the best use. Now, you can repair if it's damaged. You have to take it off to repair it. None of this is damaged, and I don't have any Epox, sadly. Um, yeah. So, yeah, that's a thing. Now you can, if you damage this or whatever, and you want to repair it, if the windows are shot out or damaged, that will Apox Putty will not repair that. There's no way to repair the windows or the windshield. Nothing to do. You could repair the body and whatnot and all that. Now let's move on to the Olga. It's a pretty good car. You know, it's one of the glitchier. The Gunther and the Olga. Well, the Olga's the glitchiest. Now, it's a pretty good take. Same with that. It's a pretty good tank. You know, it's same here. Only the thing about this is it holds 400 slots. That is the thing about this thing. But is the worst if you get in a crash because, I mean, if you ruin the wheels, not only are the wheels kind of hard to replace, but they're just not the best. And I forgot to mention the colors of the ATA and this. Now, the ATA has green, dark blue, and white. And the Olga has this dark red, brown thing looking. A black version and a white version. Now, the Sarka has green, like a dark, lime-ish green. A bright yellow, which is not really bright. You can see at the top, like this side's like the best example I can give. And a red, like a dark, like burgundy red. Now the cool thing about the Sarka is the engine is in the back. It can go really fast, really quickly. I can't really show it off right now because I don't know what's wrong with it. I just know that whenever I drive it, it loses a lot of gas. And no, it's not because the wheels are ruined at all. If the back wheels are ruined, it will lose a lot of gas. If the front wheels are, it doesn't lose very much gas, at least nothing noticeable really. You can see I've crashed it before and stuff, so it's not all the best, but it's a really good car. The weird thing about this is the engine's in the back, and one quick thing to note about this, if you crash and the engine's yellow, you actually have to get on top of it, grab a pipe wrench, because that's how you repair cars, and you have to like angle it like right around here, like at the windshield, and you can repair the engine that way. Now it's weird for that, whereas like these ones, you know, you just simply go up to it, you know, you can fix it. It's not like that at all with the Sarka. It's weird, but I don't think any of my engines are damaged where I can show that. Which, I mean, it's a good thing. It means I take care of these things. But, yeah, that's how you do it. You have to, the engine, you know, an engine light will come on. And that's what you do. Now, as far as glitching goes, if it starts like turning weird and all that, it'll fly a little bit, and usually under the map. If it flies under the map, the best thing you can do is turn off the engine if you can, and jump out. Now you might get hurt, but you know, the car will be fine usually. If the car flies around and hits something, usually it'll hurt it, but other than that, it should be fine. Now one thing to mention, as you'll notice the Sarka, you know, has like that weird rust. There's no way to get rid of that I know of. I have really tried to get rid of it. Now how you get the rusted versions, I don't know if you can get clean versions. I don't think I've found any. But you basically go up to here, and you'll see it has an Olga hood right here. You know, a door. You can't get this one. You know, it's random. Well, what's not random, well, it's random in terms of if it spawns or not, is you'll see right here how there's that little like lump there. Now if you see that and there's no wheel there, that means this car won't have a, so these, if you see it like this or anything like that, you cannot get a wheel from these. But if you see this at all, you should check it, because you could get a wheel. This means that there is a wheel will spawn on this side of the car specifically. Not really sure how to tell with the trucks. I know if you have a truck, it's kind of annoying to get the parts, especially the hood. Now, this is a wheel right here. I'm gonna make a separate video on the truck since I'm running out of time here, but yeah, you can get wheels off the trucks and stuff. They look clean, you know. And one quick thing to mention is if your radiator is damaged, alright, it will leak water. Same with like something, if your fuel, air something in your fuel like around there is damaged, it'll leak gas. Now how you fix that is epox putty. You cannot fix a radiator if it is badly damaged or damaged. You cannot fix it. I think I might have some in the back. Yeah. Usually if it's worn, it doesn't leak, but you can see it'll leak if I were to drive with this. And it sucks. You need a pristine or worn radiator. Very quick mention before we end this video. You would want a jerry can. Now, a jerry can is super useful and kind of pipe wrench and jerry can are pretty much essential when it comes to having a car. You will want these. Pipe wrench fixes the engine. The jerry can fills up gas. I'd recommend 2 jerry cans. One filled with gas, just in case you run out of gas somehow. And specifically you always want to have one filled with water to fill the radiator in case it gets badly damaged, so you can kind of like limp it home a little bit and whatnot, or if you find a new radiator if you crashed. When you crash, except for the Sarka will basically always ruin the radiator instead. And you don't have to really replace the front wheels because it doesn't affect the speed. That's why I like the Sarka, is it's super fast and the engine's in the back, so it's harder to ruin. But what you want to take note of is having extra spark plug and radiator. Those are the 2 essential parts that you're going to want to carry spares of. Car batteries, they almost never get damaged ever. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today's video. I'll have a truck guide up soon. Gonna be similar information, nothing much. And yeah, that'll be all for today's video. Let's check on the battery. See how that's doing. Oh wow, I don't think it charged at all. But it does charge. Oh, I think I need a wire for that. That might be why. That's something to take note of. Anyways guys, see you later. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, I have to have no witnesses. Anyways, bye guys.